This video demonstrates how to unwrap an object, a simple object such as a cube. It's pretty simple because it's a cube, so it's a very simple primitive, or shape. The only thing you need to do pretty much is to go to UV editing, and that's the future exported texture. So select your cube. Right, you can also go like to any mode you want, like you can go to object mode and select it, but if you want to modify it, go to edit mode, select everything, make sure to select it as a whole. So this means that you have to move this a little bit. If it's hidden, open this, the X-ray, and select again. Right. Then the only thing you need to do is to go to UV and export it, but you can also get some ideas of how you do it for more advanced objects or more complicated objects. If you apply different projections, this is okay. What we're doing here, it's okay. So if you go to cube projection, you're going to have something like that. It's trying to project your cube in a single plane, so it's not the best approach. You can modify it as you can modify everything, as like the sphere projection. It looks like it tries to approximate a sphere, or even the cylinder projection, which is the second one here. You can fix it partially, but it's not a good approach. There are other options here. We discussed it in the theoretical part, like follow active quads, right? There's no application in this guy. So, and then we can also check the, sorry, I have to change the projection first. So I have to go back. I don't want to project again. So I'm going to select it again, go to UV, unwrap, and then try the angle based. Right, it's pretty much the same. It's moving a little bit to the left. That's okay for objects such as these. I'm going to just introduce you to scening. Just for reference, we're going to do it next, right? In the next example, in a real object, more complicated object. So select everything here, select the whole, go to edge mode, right? Edge selection mode. Select everything as much as you can. Sorry, I pressed something I shouldn't. Here, right? And now we have selected everything. If everything is highlighted with this orange color, this means you have selected the whole object. It's pretty simple. You don't even have to press Ctrl E, right click, and mark scene. Right. This seems your object. You can see now it's the exterior. The selected edges are bright, have a bright red, reddish dark or dark orange color. This means that they are synced. Okay. In a more complicated object, that's more apparent. In this object, okay, it's like very simplistic. And in order to export this, go to UV. Okay. And then select Export UV Layout. Save it somewhere. I'm going to save it on my computer. Like I'm going to save it on my desktop in this case. Or in downloads, doesn't matter. I'm gonna go to downloads. It's okay. Don't save it in downloads. I'm gonna name it. It's cube PNG, right? The name, and just save it. The only thing you need to do is to go to GIMP now. This is a texture. You know where you have stored it. So we're gonna just you need to only turn to GIMP and add your object there. Add your texture there. So in this case, I'm gonna share my GIMP, right? It's empty. The first only thing you need to do is to go to File, right? And then Open as Layers, or Open, doesn't matter in this case. Go to where you have stored it. You can search for it, but yeah, typically go to Modify it. I think it's at the bottom round. Yes, it's a cube PNG, right? Double click it. That's your texture. You can clearly see the cube now. What you can do now, the suggested course of action is to right click, create a new layer, right? Make sure, transparency is great because you want to see what's happening underneath. You can say like this is color, click OK. And in this layer, I'm going to show you how to do it simply, do everything simply. Just select the rectangle tool. Select all this area, it doesn't matter. You can be more accurate or just select the whole area. In here, and with the bucket tool, pick a color, right, such as red. And then move the cube layer on top, right? You can name it cube PNG, you can change the name because it takes the name of the imported object. Okay. Next thing, export it as a PNG. Let me check if you can see it in Blender. You cannot see that, so I'm gonna try to share these with you. Sorry, I'm gonna share. You can't. Let me check. Yeah, you cannot see it, but it's okay. Yes, you can see it now. Perfect. Sorry, I had to try it twice in OBS. And now you can go and save it. Right. So go to your GIMP again, save it. I'm going to save it in the same location with a different name, like Cube Enhanced or whatever, Improved. I don't know, any name would work. Press Enter. Right, now you have a new, press Export. It's okay, everything is great in this case. And then it is the time to, now you have your cube, right? You can add it, and then you have to tend to shading. Right. In order to save this in Blender, excuse me, so I'm going to share my Blender now. Okay. I'm saying Blender now. So you have to move back and forward, right? So I'm going to go to my Blender, right? The favorite. Click on shading. And then right click, Shift A and Shift A command, and press image texture. Right. Click here. Open the texture you just downloaded. You just created actually. So go to downloads. That's a cube improved. Right. Connect to the color, to the base color. And now the new color has been applied to your object. If you're gonna see it like completely as this guy. Is now ready, something like that. Hey, that's very simple. Representation of your object. You can go here and see more, like that's the original color. If you want to see like clearly how it works, it's like that, right? This is the preview is great in this case. And that's how you export a texture with the scene object, use a texture to improve it, to add something to GIMP, and then import it back to your object. Of course, this is a simple approach. If you want to work with a more complicated object, as with the next video, it's a little bit more advanced and a little bit more complicated.